Oh, sorry, 26. You're absolutely right. Keep making that mistake.
I was so glad to get out of 2025 that I've had no problem at all remembering 2026.
Uh,
All remembering 2026.
uh, okay, that's good. We are most of the way there. Very, very briefly before we get going, record. Actually, we're already streaming to Facebook. So if there is anything that anybody wanted to talk about that is private, put it in chat and we'll try to address it. We're here to serve you, and we're about to get going so that we can do this and then get into the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend, myself included. And all right, and we're almost ready to go. Uh-huh. Okay. Need to find the documents. And okay. We are just about there. All right, Tananarive,
Yes,
you ready to go, sweetheart?
always. All right, let me pull up my run of show, which unbelievably I don't have memorized. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Life Writing Podcast. We're married authors and screenwriters Stephen Barnes.
And Tananarive do talk about writing during stressful times, breaking into Hollywood, and balancing life.
Every episode will share more tips on how to build a better life while you create your dream projects.
Even if it's only at the rate of one sentence a day. Life writing is the application of the tools of writing to life and the tools of life to your writing.
Heyo! Welcome to the show, the conversation. Hope everyone's having a good morning or a good afternoon,
And I hope
I
you've had
should
a good
say.
week.
A
Hope
good
you had a good
week.
week. It occurs to me that I want to do at least one show and see how it comes. Specifically saying the following, that I died and I made a deal with death that if I was allowed to come back to life, I would do all I could to be a source of positive energy in the world, a true north to the very best of my capacity. And so everything that I'm saying here is from that frame of reference, because at that moment I saw that the path that I've been on was a true one. There are many true paths, I believe, in life. There are probably as many as there are human beings in some senses. All I can do is say that if you try this one, I will not lead you astray. You may find that this is not for you. That's between you and your soul. But I can give you accurate reportage of what my journey is it has been and what it is from day to day. And that includes physical health, love, and career success. I believe in aiming at all of those things. That if you can be successful in all three of those at the same time, you're going to learn some really fascinating things that are unknown to most people. And you then will be, if the meaning of life is to escape suffering, embrace joy, and be of service, which is what the Dalai Lama said. I kind of like that. You'll find that you can be of real service to the world. And I think that that is something to be devoutly desired. Anyway, Tananarive, tell us a little bit. Let me turn this
Hello.
over to you. You are in an interesting place doing interesting things.
I
So let's
am.
comment.
Wait,
Yes.
are you asking me to tell you what's oh my see like I was trying to be clever, Rosebud. Are you asking me to tell you what's going on? Yes, I am. What's going on is I am in Florida. Officially, I'm on a book research trip, but also my dad is here at his home. I got a rental, a Verbo, 10 minutes away from my dad's house. He has caretakers who stay with him. He's 91. But I am here researching my next novel, which is going to be called Misery Swamp. I think I've mentioned it to you all. God dang, it's like it's so clear in my mind. I know the ending, I know everything. It's just I have to write the doggone thing. So, I have a philosophy about not talking books to death, but I will say that I'm really appreciating sort of the moss hanging from the trees and the southern, Main Street area with the courthouse and all the pillars and the swamp. And there were pecans waiting at the door. It's definitely down in the south. And I'm trying to find all the charming stuff. I basically decided that everything I experience is going to somehow make it in the book in some form. So that's always fun. I pulled up to a gas station that had an old fashioned Gulf sign and these old fashioned pumps. It said it was open for business. But when I pulled up, I'll tell you, it looked like it hadn't been open for business since 1960. So I think that sign was not accurate. That's about it. It's really good to see my dad. We just wrote a letter together to his Congress people to prioritize three things he'd like to see happen, which I won't get into because I don't even want to bring certain names into this vibe right now. But I think a letter from a 91-year-old might get a little attention from someone. At least we're hoping so. And aside from that, I'm just looking forward to coming home and being back in my space and seeing my baby. You know, honey, when you first popped up, I think I had forgotten you have a beard now. Because you only grew it last fall, and honestly,
I
I'm still
only
getting
grew it
used to it.
because Jason said he liked it. He kind of encouraged me to do it. So it's like, I'll take my son's advice and just it's
But
I
when you,
most what? Go
no,
ahead.
I was just gonna say when you popped up, I was like, whoa. But it's all good. Everything is good. Happy to see you, darling. Happy to be here, everybody.
Great. Great. Um, let's see what's going on with me as as always, balancing multiple projects. The most important ones right now are the book I'm working on with Larry Niven, the actual story I'm working on with Larry Niven that is going to turn into a book. It's one incident. The full novel is going to be two different murder mysteries wound together. But I just kind of unwound one of them and created a shorter work for a collection that we're doing that is reflective of his years of work, inviting people to write stories in one of his universes. So there's that. There's also working on Sigil, which is the spiritual sequel to my fourth novel, The Kundalini Equation. And it's gone through a tremendous number of changes, some of them reflecting the uh, hospital experience that I had last year. Somebody commented that they thought that I looked pretty good considering that I died and was completely smashed flat. They had to learn how to walk and talk and eat and breathe all over again. And I kid you not. I mean, I really did from scratch. And if you want to know more about that and what exactly I did and what exactly I'm doing, go to www.warrior-walk.com. There's a course there. I want you all to have a copy of it. Anybody who goes there and believes that this would be a good thing for them, but cannot afford it, send me an email. We'll get you a free copy. I'm that serious about this. I want everybody here to be able to reference that sense of being integrated and alive. And I started without being able to do anything more than breathe. I was intubated
Couldn't
when
even
I
do that
first.
at first.
That's right. Couldn't even do that at first, but I could move my body around, move my mind around in my body, and that's where I started. And then I built from there. So I strongly, please put it in chat, www.warrior-walk.com. Everybody get a copy of this. And as said, if you cannot afford it, we will give you one. If you can afford it, it helps to support the work. So
And
that's
can I
terrific.
can I just throw something in? I always
Of
have to say
course you
this.
can.
Having been married to you for 27 years, many fitness programs have come and gone, and I have tried, sometimes successfully and sometimes unsuccessfully, to follow your path. But never have I hung on your every word like I do now, because I watched it happen. I watched you use all of your tools, including your physical tools, to bring yourself back from not being able to breathe to walking out of a facility in record like 30 days later, like he's back home. So that was incredible, and the work you've done at home has paid off so quickly, and his doctors will bear it out. If you go to the site, you'll see one of his doctors wrote a testimonial. I bought a 25-pound weight to have with me on this trip so I could do the warrior walk with at least one weight, and I love it. It's so quick, it's so impactful, and I'm just got to
Yeah, you're
say,
really talking about less than an hour a week. I mean, a lot less than an hour a week. This is I don't know how to do anything that's more compact and powerful than this. The doctor said, basically he was so impressed that he asked me to write it down so he could give a copy of it to his patients. And my rehab techs, I was released from rehab 8 weeks early. So it's like what came out of it, there's this notion that the obstacle in your path becomes your path. In other words, that the strength you gain by overcoming the obstacles in your life are what make it possible for you to be strong enough to accomplish your goals. That is, it's when you head toward a goal, what you want is the obstacles. You want life to say, okay, this is what it's going to cost for you to get this thing that you want. And then you decide whether or not you're willing to pay that price. I was asked, by death, do I want to return? I could just, all my stresses could be over. It can all be over. Just take one step forward. And I kind of said, if I am allowed to return, there are some things that I I have not yet done. I need to finish raising my son. I need to, if possible, I would like to be there to support my wife, who I love more than I can possibly say. There are things I can learn, students I can teach, so these are the reasons that I'm not eager about dying. You know, whatever's next, I accept. But that clarity is a very useful thing. So that's, enough of that for the moment. Bring that into what it is that we're asking you to do. And this all grows out of advice given to writers about how to organize themselves to be able to write, finish what they write, put it in the mail, for sales, and then deal with the rejection. Keep doing your research, keep getting better until you start getting sales. It was a writer's toolbox at UCLA 30 years ago, 35 years ago, where this began in that sense. Now it's a matter of, okay, what's that minimum that you can do every day that will legitimately move you closer and closer to your path of life, the path where at the last moment of your life you will know that your path has been true. There's nothing that is sadder than being at the deathbed of an intelligent person who realizes that they were smart, but they were not wise. And they did not spend their life they did not spend that time well. They did not invest their time. That they are filled with regrets about what didn't get done. That's a really painful thing, and I don't want that for anybody. And what I just want to make it clear is that being able to be at peace with yourself in that way is an option. If writing a sentence a day is the minimum buy-in for writing, there's a minimum buy-in for everything. And so the totality of your life, the minimum buy-in is master the first 5 minutes of your day. Take 5 minutes back out of every 24 hours. That's it. We talk about that. That before you even open your eyes, you wake up, and as soon as you realize you're awake, feel your breathing. Pull your breathing down to your tailbone. Just breathe diaphragmatically and give thanks to be alive. Be grateful for every breath. Be grateful for life. Then you go up to your heartbeat. In order to feel your heartbeat without taking your pulse, you have to get very still. Get very still, as if you were an embryo in your mother's womb and you're feeling her heartbeat. You're feeling that pulse of life. Give thanks for love. People who love you, the people that you love. Fill yourself with that gratitude. Somebody is typing with their microphone on, so just kill your microphone. It's cool. I know you don't want to miss a single word. I love your enthusiasm. Then after you've connected with your heartbeat, raise your attention up to behind your eyes. Feel the light in your head. Just and think and give thanks that you have another day in which to fulfill your dreams. Run your mind through. You don't have to do anything about it. The steps of the magic formula, MAGIC. That's everything you need to succeed. The M is the map or model. Who has accomplished the things that you want to accomplish? Study them. And we'll talk specifically about what you study just a little bit later, but study them. That's how you create your map. Who has already done it, preferably starting from about where you started. The A is action. What daily actions are you going to take? Especially if you know where you want to be in a year or 3 years, all you have to do is figure out what you're going to do today, such that if you did that for 100 days or 1,000 days, you'd reach your goal. Then the only question you have is, are you doing today what needs to be done today? You don't guilt trip about what didn't happen in the past. You don't dwell in the fear about what might happen in the future. Your only job is to take care of today. The Stoics would say that you have to know what is now and what is not now. You have to know what is yours to do in life and what is not yours. So many people waste their energy worrying about the things that are not them, that are not theirs to do. What's happening in another state, what's happening in another country. Unless it is your job to do that, focus on what you do. And maybe you will expand to the point where you have influence of over your neighbors, your children, your family, things that are happening in your city, your state, your country, your world. But none of that is going to happen if you don't take care of you first. G is for gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote for fear. It is the doorway to faith. And we must have faith that tomorrow can be better than yesterday, or why bother acting? We have to have faith that our actions can have a result, that our hearts matter in the world. And that by looking at the things you already have gratitude for, you gain the ability to believe, well, if good things happened to me in the past, maybe it's not illogical to think good things can happen to me in the future. I overcame those obstacles in the past. I learned how to walk and talk, and those things seemed impossible at the time. But every time I fell down, I got up. What happened to me? Why don't I just get up again? Why don't why is it that adults don't have the faith that babies have? The faith of a child, right? MAGI is intention. Those are clear goals. Where do you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 3 years? And be sure that you have goals in your physical health and fitness, your emotions and relationships, especially your relationship with yourself. The most important person for you to love is you, that child within you that began this journey of life. You are now that child's parent. You are. That the child part of you has all the creativity, all the aliveness that you're looking for. And all you have to do to get it is to commit 100% to protecting your heart, protecting that child. That, just let them know. But your kid doesn't care whether you're the president of the company. Your kid cares whether or not you hug them every day, whether or not you love them. That's your heart. Your intention needs to be at peace with your heart, to have an alive body, to have a loving heart, and to have a mind that's constantly problem solving about how to make your career better, your hunting and gathering. And frankly, that's money. So many people will lie to themselves and others and say, I don't care about money. Then they will complain about the lack of the very things that money could have done for them in their lives. You got to get over that. You got to get over that. It's critical. In the adult world, nothing works like money. Money works in a way that nothing else does in the adult world. In the kids' world, love and hugs and songs are the food that children survive on. But in order to create that safe space, you got to pay the bills. The C in magic is that balance between child and elder. That's something we're going to go back to actually, I will talk about that, I guess, in reverse. That the child part of us wants to play. The child part of us will live as if we're going to live 1,000 years. There's always going to be tomorrow. Mañana, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Right now, I want to play. You have to balance that with the elder part of you. No, let me step back a little bit. The child part of you, the adult part of you, is often the part of you that says work, 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 work. No, there's no time for play. Work, 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 work. The elder part of you, the part of you that you're going to make contact with on your deathbed, is going to understand very clearly that every day has to contain both, that you need to lay a brick in your castle for your kingdom, but you also have to let your workers rest, and the children that you're building your castle for get to play. So the child self says, live as if I'm going to be 1,000 years old. The adult says, work as if you're going to die tomorrow. And the elder part of you says, live so that either way is okay. Maybe you'll live 1,000 years. Maybe you die tonight. It's okay. Just do what you can now, and tomorrow will take care of itself. Before we go on at all, Tananari, was there anything you wanted to uh, touch on in terms of balancing life and work and play?
Well, sure. I'm just reflecting on actually this town I'm in. I've changed scenes because my I needed to plug in my computer. This is my lovely kitchen. I love this house, by the way. Um, I'm in a small town called Quincy, Florida, which is where my late mother was born. And, we were all kind of surprised when she wanted to buy a house out here. It's like way out in the woods. Even my dad was jarred to realize how far out in the country that house is. It's 5 acres. It's actually a beautiful property. But it used to fill me with nothing but sadness to be here because during the time my mother was ill, traveling here was always, doctor's offices and bad reports and getting worse. And then it was grief and. So this is the first time I've actually been back to Quincy when it's filling me with a kind of a joy to be here. Walking through the house, finding my old toys. I made a post on Instagram about my childhood G.I. Joe, and I was actually glad to pose him and play with him one more time to take a picture for Instagram. Um, the beauty of the community is so exciting to my imagination, and I feel like I now have not just armor up, but really more of an appreciation for where my mother grew up, my legacy here, even this house here. It's just, it's been a good trip. It's been a very, very good trip. And in the meantime, I'm going over the pages for my next novel, Maisie Wood, which is coming out in September. And it's so weird, and maybe I'll land on this idea. I didn't know where I was going, but now I think I have an idea. When I first started going over the pages for Maisie Wood, I almost had a panic attack one night. I was just like, oh my gosh, I fictionalized a producer from the 1920s, and his family's going to be mad. I never even reached out to them, and maybe he was a jerk, or maybe I shouldn't have even put him in my book, and people are going to like call me names or whatever. I don't. It's just whatever. Sometimes you just get triggered when at the idea of your work being published and how it's received. And it's tough, especially after a success like The Reformatory, which continues to just astound me. And that's not an exaggeration to use that word, with the reception it's had, the people I see who've read it, who continue to read it and embrace it and share it, it builds a pressure, frankly. And a lot of what I was feeling while I was working on Maisie Wood was, of course, will readers who found my work through the reformatory think this book measures up? Does this book measure up? Where does this book stand, like rank wise, one, two, three, four, five, or whatever, in terms of the number of books I've written? And I just felt that kind of clawing at me when I was reading over the pages. But then I don't know, I turned a corner and I started to think, damn, this is good. Enough time has gone by since the last time I read it that there's some freshness to it. You can't anticipate every word because, as we write, we memorize what we're writing. And that's the hard part about rereading your work is that you know it so well. So I just sort of let myself sink into it as a reader and appreciate it. And I think it is good. I think my instincts were right. There are some weird things I did, blending sort of a survival horror Tubi movie premise with a historical Hollywood premise, but I think somehow this little Frankenstein's monster of a book actually works and actually moves and is actually alive. And I think it's fun. I think readers will find it fun to read, even though it is scary, and even though in its way it's also tragic. But it has an element of fun, as Mary Poppins would say, that the reformatory didn't, because that was such a serious topic of, you know, buried secrets, dead children, abuse against children. I mean, So I think for all writers, it's just a constant reminder that we cannot trust the voices all the time, especially the ones that are telling you this is crap, this is crap, this is crap. That voice does not go away. That voice will come back when I get my first hardcover copy and I open to a random page and I go, oh, why did I write it that way? I mean, it's inescapable. There's no such thing as perfection. But I think we can also train ourselves to appreciate the process, because why are we doing this if we don't love it? Why are we doing this if it isn't something that is honest and is an outlet and is a way of communicating with people we'll never meet? So I think, I went through my panic attack, but by the next day I was like, damn, this is good. And that's it.
Ah, it, and damn it is. I don't even want to try to unpack that because it's just lovely. And it was just talking about excellence. And part of excellence is accepting our humanity, that it doesn't always feel like it's excellent. Sometimes it just feels like work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels
Typing. That's what I
inauthentic.
say. Sometimes
Absolutely.
it just feels like typing.
And that is life. We just don't know. My job is not to try to predict how the world will react to what I do. My job is just to be virtuous according to what I understand that to be in terms of being a husband, a father, a writer, a teacher, a martial artist, whatever it is. Just do my best right now in this day. And what we talked about in terms of improvement, because if you take the position of just improving 1% every day, you will outperform yourself to a level that you would hardly even believe. And one of the things we talked about in terms of that is so the M in Magic Formula is map or model. So you find someone, you research someone who has already achieved what you want to achieve. For me, it was I needed to find writers who were successful writers. I needed to find martial artists who could express themselves emotionally in a lethal level while still being human beings. And I found both of those. I did not find a role model for relationships, which I would attribute to the failure. I would attribute the failure of my first relationship to that. I had no idea what I was doing when I got married the first time. Just none. I thought I could make up the rules as I went along. I was completely wrong. And if I had had grandparents who had been married successfully for 25, 30 years and had been able to talk to them, neighbors who had felt comfortable talking to in that way, who were successful at this, I would have known these things. So you ask yourself, what is it? If you find a role model, you say, okay, in order for me to I've got three different arenas. One is my body, one is my heart, one is my career. Who has the kind of relationship I want? Who has the kind of body that I want, given that they started at about the same place I started? Who has the kind of career that I'd like to have? What do you study about these people? Well, you go right back to body, heart, and mind. You ask yourself, what do they do with their bodies? How do they move their bodies? How do they breathe? How do they move? Now, if it's martial arts, that's obvious. But if they're writers, for instance, it might be subtler. They're public speakers, it might be subtler. You are trying to understand things about them. And oftentimes, an awful lot of writers, because the craft of writing demands that you continue to access your flow state at the same time that you make the intellectual expert part of you more and more advanced, which means you can see the flaws more and more. That as you get to be a better writer, you see your own flaws, and that can cause paralysis. So, how do I do that? Some writers, they do that by drinking or using drugs. Seriously. And so, if you talk to a writer and you ask, well, how do you write every day? They say, I get drunk. You might go home and get drunk. If you talk to multiple writers, one says, I get drunk. The other one says, well, I watch a lot of television and then I start panicking late in the evening and I finally get some writing done. And the other one says, well, I get on the phone and I talk. And another one will say, I don't write, which is why I haven't published anything in 10 years. You look at what the common thread is. The common thread is one way or the other, they get themselves to write. How do they get themselves to write? How can you do that in a way that is continuous with your commitment to being healthy, physically and emotionally? That will be your task. But you find out how they use their bodies. You find out how they use their hearts. How do they think about their writing? In general, masters of any craft fall in love with the doing of the thing. They fall in love with the doing of it, such that their task is to have a good day of writing. They might die that night, but they had another good day of writing. If you love the thing you're doing so much that the doing of the thing itself, the studying of the thing, the doing of the thing, you love writing, you love reading, you love listening to readers talk about your work and getting that sense that they heard what you had to say, then you are in the right place because you're on that path of mastery. Masters, mastery, perfection is not an adjective, but it is a verb. That perfection as a process where you're constantly working to get better at what you're doing, being a better and better version of you, of yourself. Remember, in the entire universe, there's never been another one of you. If you don't give the world what you've got, it will never get it. You have to have the belief that what is in your heart matters, that who you are matters. That comes from loving yourself. So that's the use of love. One way or the other, writers convince themselves that they have something worth saying. And that could be ego, I'm brilliant, or it could simply be love. I have a, I want to communicate to my children. I want to communicate to a younger version of myself. I want to communicate to my tribe, whatever it is. The motivation should not, the core motivation should not be money. Because if it is, you're probably acting out of fear. And when you make enough money to get yourself out of fear, you will stop the obstacles will come up. Whereas if you do it because you love it, then the more of it you do, the better it feels. And you're looking for, how can I write today and have fun in the process? So you talk, there are writers who I would not talk to because they hate it. On the other hand, I got to sit down with Ray Bradbury. I got to sit down with Octavia Butler. We actually got to talk about, how do you design your heart, your life, your mind, so that you continue to get better at what you're doing. Continue to get better. That you're living every day as a success. That the doing of the thing itself is the success. When I was dying, when I was dead, the question of what work was unfinished was not a tragedy because I had spent my life doing what I wanted to do, what I promised myself as a child I would do. Are there still things yet to do? Sure. But, now I lay me down to keep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. If this was the end, I was good with it. It was okay. That's what I want for each of you, to live your days in such a way that if today is the last day, cool. If you get another 1,000 days, cool. If you get another 1,000 years, cool. It's you get that by being in integrity with yourself every day. So that's body and heart. The mind is the strategy. What is the syntax? In neurolinguistic program, they call this belief systems, mental syntax, and use of physiology. And NLP has some great stuff on modeling. That's what we're talking about. What are the strategies they use? So when we're teaching writing, we talk about the hero's journey, and we talk about grammar, and we talk about this and that, and we talk about reading in order to absorb these things, studying classes, creating writers groups. All these things are the strategies that are used. And you go into any field, whether it's how to have a healthy relationship, how to have a healthy body or an athletic body, or how to heal your body, or how to write and be successful at writing, how to create art, music, and be successful. We have a fine musician and composer right here in this group right now. We have fine writers in this group right now in chat. You can ask these questions. How do you do this? And there are people who have answers. And over on our website, lifewrite.com, totally free, totally positive, nothing but how do we get the life that we want. That's www.lifewrite.com. Please put that into chat. Totally free, always will be. All we want is to develop a community of people who are helping each other travel this incredible path between birth and death. And let's do it with the maximum amount of joy because I'll tell you, it's going to end. So let's party, but let's also work. It's that feeling that I want. And before we open things up, my my beautiful, wonderful, peerless wife, Tananarive, is anything you'd like to say about anything that I touched?
I don't think so. I think let's let the people speak. I have to run out at 4
Okay.
your time. I forget what that is your time.
So
2
anybody who has specific questions for Tananarive, raise
1.
your hands right now while we've got her on the phone. You can ask
Yes.
her anything that you want. You can ask me anything that you would like. We will do our best to either answer it honestly or say, I'm not going to answer that. But there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Absolutely
So
not.
who would like, so let's kind of, okay,
Jaime's hand is
Jaime.
up.
Okay, just
Jaime.
really quick. I had to take a college level class in theology for this ordination process I'm on, and I have a 500-word essay due on Tuesday. And it's been 30 years since I've written a college essay. I don't know how to do footnotes for electronic documents. Where do I go to even look for standards?
Oh, I'm happy to answer this. I taught composition for years, and I still pretend I teach composition currently. Purdue University is the go-to site for students for any matters of formatting. It's called the Purdue OWL, OWL. Everybody sends their students there for formatting. So is it MLA, APA, whatever A it is, you
Yeah,
can.
I don't know. That's something I've got the essay almost finished, but I need to format it properly. So,
And I'll tell you a funny story, Jaime. When I first, I'm trying to put it in chat. I thought I copied it, but it's Purdue OWL. If you look that up online, you'll find it. When I was applying to teach in an MFA program at Antioch University, I misunderstood one of something that the recruiter said. I thought I was going to have to write a 20-page academic essay to get the job, and it was so close to a deal killer. I was like, almost like, do I need this job? Because that doesn't sound fun. And in fact, it's the students who have to do that, not not the instructors. But that's how much I feel you on this. Like with all the deadlines I had that piled up while Steve was in the hospital last fall, the hardest one, the one that had the most editing requests, the most rewriting requests, was the damn nonfiction essay. So I feel your pain. There's a reason I write fiction, and good luck.
thank you.
Okay, great. All right. So Larry, you are next, buddy. So before we get started, tell me how many points you got in the last 24 hours.
In the last 24 hours, two.
You got 2 points.
I got two
What
this.
what did you drop out? What
What
dropped out?
what dropped out? Um, there were things that I just didn't do in relation to the breathing this morning. I woke up feeling physically just not good.
Mm.
Yes.
Um,
And
so
that's the obstacle in your way.
I just
Learning
kind of,
how learning how to get through that obstacle. Everybody you see who's in shape wakes up feeling the way you woke up this morning. I promise you
And
that
it's
they
not the
have
bed. It's not the bed
they,
anymore.
no, it's
they
not the
have
bed anymore. It's just my
it,
old
it's
habits.
it's yeah, it's your old habits. You're mistaking your habits for you. You're not your habits. You're not your emotions. You're not your sensations. And you have to get to the point where you wake up and you say, "This is me. I will get about the business of being a human being today." That's what Marcus Aurelius would say every day. Anyway, so now it's great to see you here, but you got 2 points, which means you're in the game. You're in the game.
I'm
So
in the
tell me
game.
what I can do for you today.
Well, um, we talked about Think and Grow Rich, which
Yes,
my fiance and I have been listening to in the car,
great.
audio
Great.
version together, and we've gotten about 2 chapters in, I think.
That's okay.
And I
You
guess
you
I just will say that I felt convicted by it a little bit. They talk about,
okay?
you know, almost in a religious way. They talk about that story of the man who gave up the gold mining when he was like
Yes,
3 feet from it, and then that other
yes.
dude swooped in and bought all his equipment, his company, whatever, and
And found
made
the vein of gold.
a squillion dollars because he quit
Yes.
when he was three.
So beautiful. Keep going through it, and if either listening to the whole thing or listen to that condensation that I pointed you toward
Right.
so that you understand all the steps. But the first step is a burning desire. What
Yeah.
is the overriding greatest burning desire in your life? And then you weaponize that to make the money that you need to make. Because I know that money is important for you.
Yeah,
So
it's
what you do is start with your burning desire. It has to be something that is so good that if someone said, you can have this thing if you get out of bed this morning, you'd
I
say, I'll
just
get up.
I would say that I'm realizing we talked a little bit a few weeks ago, I think, on where my certain attitudes about money came from, and I
Yeah.
feel like when I listened to that chapter in the car, I can remember my stepdad grew up dirt poor, 16 children,
Mm.
something like that.
Ugh.
He built a
At least he
fort
had a
for
hobby.
he built a fort for his no, he was one of his parents did. But he so poor that he built a fort for his siblings and the parents and everyone ended up living in it at some point.
Right.
And
That's where you got your attitudes towards
and he
money.
would say things like he didn't kibosh when I was good at something. He was very encouraging that way.
That's good.
But if I came up with something that where he interpreted it as me being a dreamer, sometimes he would say, "Well, I like dreams too, but you can't eat them. You got to
That's
take
right.
care."
That's right. You have to be able to pay your bills, and then you use that foundation to build your dreams.
But I think that, but see, that's not the way I interpreted it as a kid. The way that I interpreted it was he was just kiboshing.
Yeah. So I would like people to put up their hands or put a love or something like this. If you also heard somebody tell you dreaming is okay, but you have to pay the bills. Dreaming, that you need to sacrifice your dreams to be an adult. I used to have dreams too, but now I pay the bills. What you will see is that what your father said to you was him trying to protect you, trying to keep you from getting your
Oh yeah,
heart broken and turn you into a man. That's fine. You're standing on those shoulders. Now you say, I can pay my bills and dream. How can I pay my bills and have fun in the process? How can I take care of my obligations as an adult and also honor my heart? This is the conundrum. So think and grow rich. If you go, so the first thing is that burning desire. You have a burning desire to make money. And in order to do that, you're going to have to find something you're willing to get good enough at that other people want and are willing to pay money for, that you can honestly say to them, if you give your money to me, I will make you happy.
yeah.
And You can do that. The majority of human skills, you can get to the point where you can make a living at them with just a few hundred hours of practice, maybe even 100 hours with most skills. I mean, we're not talking about getting rich with it. We're talking about to get in the game with it. So I want you to think about that. And next week, I want you to tell me, what is your burning desire? What are you planning to do? Because I want to get on to the next person. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. By the way, I talked a lot there. Did I walk over you? Was there anything you wanted to say you were not able to say?
No, I feel like I, you answered my question
Good.
I was going to ask.
Okay.
So no, thank you. But
Great.
yeah, no, it's
You
cool.
bet. Zaje, Harold.
Hello. How you
Hello.
guys?
Got a question for me or Tananarive?
Well,
Hey,
maybe
hey.
for both of you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad I could be here.
Good to be seen.
I am experiencing like a little bit of, I don't even want to use this word, but like I'll say what people might describe as a block where I'm not sure what to work on during the day. And so I'm doing, the yoga, I'm doing my meditation, I'm doing like all of these practices that I've committed to doing, and I'm feeling like, okay, I feel good, and then I can't figure out where to focus my energy.
Okay.
And I think some of it is like I want to do like there's a part of it, I run a consultancy where I should be writing things that will make money. Then there's another piece of it where I should be writing a proposal to work with an editor on. So I'm just not sure
Okay,
how to get over
Tananarive,
So
would
do
that.
you
you
like,
end
you
up
want to take?
working on neither then?
No, right. Then I end up doing emails to people all
Okay.
Well,
day.
which
Tananarive, you
one,
take it first.
yeah, which one is the most fun to work on?
Oh, that's a good question. The proposal would be the most fun thing to work on.
Would it?
Um,
How much have you worked on it yet so far?
well, I've written like handwritten pages of it, but I
Oh,
haven't
that
like
counts.
opened a document and done all the, putting links in and setting up a time to meet with the editor. Um, so, but I think that's what I think about the most when I'm not working on it.
I
Okay, so
see.
Zaje.
I, hey, 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 I'm not done.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just gonna take a wild shot here that even though you spend a lot of time thinking about the proposal, it might intimidate you a little bit.
Hmm.
And that is creating an aversion to making it more official, like opening a file and actually
Hmm.
starting to formalize it. And whereas the other one is more dry and also a little daunting because it has to do with a business. And, we as business people, as entrepreneurs, and Steve and I are also entrepreneurs, you have fear around sales, and it's hard to ask people for money, or what if my business doesn't succeed, and what if this is all a pipe dream. So I think that's what's causing what feels like a block is the same thing that made me think I was blocked when I was working on the reformatory, and it took me 7 years to write. And since I'm going to guess you don't have 7 years
I
to
don't.
work on these, my advice would be that you set up a schedule of alternating days
Mm,
and a quota for either a length of time or, even better, a number of words that you do on the designated project on its designated day. I think it's time for the
mhm,
charts and the quota
mm,
because that's what it took for me to get the reformatory done. And
mhm.
I'd like you to get your proposal done, and I'd like you to get your business properly launched. So that's my advice. Okay, Steve, I'm sorry. You can jump
Thank
in.
you.
No, I
Thank
mean,
you.
what you did is great. And all what I would say to you is, you want get your morning ritual.
Mhm.
Get yourself a copy of Warrior Walk so that you can see exactly what
Got
I'm
it.
talking about. And like I said, if you can't afford it, we'll send you one. It's just we're not bluffing about that. The trick is, every morning you wake up and you think, what do I need to do? Every night before you go to bed, you check and see what you did. Over time, you will start realizing that this is not about the outside world. This is about whether you can keep your word to yourself. that when you get it down to that simplicity, because there is no way that you could be in the position you're in unless you were a woman of integrity and value and intelligence, courage. You have used those things. So you're running into an edge. You're doing something that would cause you to grow. And every time you do that, you will face fear. Fear is the obstacle on the path. It is specifically the energy you need to raise yourself to the next level. So this is good. You've been able to define your challenge. Tananarive has given you a way to do it. You need to simplify what she said to the point where it is nothing more than, do I keep my word to myself or don't I? It might be, I will spend 1 minute thinking about what's important for me to do today. Preferably by 1 o'clock. It's like the done by one, through by two, three by three, whatever it is. That you put some compression on it. By 1 o'clock, I need to open a document and and transfer 1,000 words to the document, whatever it is. By 1 o'clock, I need to make 2 emails, or whatever it is. That you find 3 things that will move you forward in your life, and be sure that one of those things is moving your body. Move your body, open your heart, love yourself, love that little girl who started this journey, and then take care of business. It's like love that child inside you and then say, okay, mommy's got to go work. And if you do that right, the kid part of you says, can I help? And that kid part of you will give you the energy and the creativity, because that kid knows it's not being neglected. You're just trying to keep it safe. You're trying to create a world. You're creating your world. You're creating your kingdom. So take Kanana advice, choose a piece of it, just a piece of it, and commit that doing that is not about whether you're good at it, whether the outside world appreciates it. It's nothing other. Did you keep your word to the little girl you were? When you make it that simple, it gets a lot easier. Okay? You're incredibly welcome. Blessings to you. Come back and see us.
And good luck. Let us know how it's going.
Absolutely. And stay in chat. Talk to the people over there. And Mayor, it's your turn.
Unmuted. Now can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
Oh, hooray. I have 2 questions for Steve, and they're almost
Okay.
mechanical by comparison. Talking about the first 5-minute miracle of the day. As you know, because I've mentioned it probably far too many times, I have obligations at home and disabled children. The first 5 minutes aren't always mine.
Okay, let me
Uh,
ask you a question. Was your sleep time yours?
uh, yes and no. Um,
The reason
I,
I say that is that if you don't rest,
mhm,
you cannot be a benefit to the people you love. That if the more important it is for you to serve them, the more critical it is that you be at your very best.
okay.
So if that is true, and you would not allow them to wake you up continually through the night, which would cause you to break down and get sick, then wake up 5 minutes earlier. That time is yours. 5 minutes out of every 24 hours is yours. And you have to fight for that like a demon, because that is what enables you to protect your family. Otherwise, you will start degrading in your efficiency. You'll be chopping with a dull axe. That the voices in your head that say, I must serve, then okay, how do I serve? First, sharpen your axe. Simple as that. 5 minutes a day to sharpen your axe so that you can cut down lots and lots and lots of wood for your family.
I understand that. I'm hearing you.
But it'll be difficult for you because of all those other voices in your head.
Where it comes into difficulty is that I'm often woken up by others, and
Mhm.
there is no set time for when I wake up. It could be 4 in the morning, it could be 4:35, 6:30.
So it's going to be a matter of the first chance you get.
Yeah, that was the other question. If I
Yeah,
fit it in like within my first 5 minutes of me time, is
yeah.
that still working within the system?
Yes, it's working within the system. You definitely get points for that. Let's say that if you do everything perfect, but it's not when you first wake up, you get 4 points for it. What
Okay.
you get 1 point and you're in the game. The what I want you to do is that as you're falling asleep and when you're first waking up, you're in what's called the hypnagogic state. You're halfway between dream and waking. In that state, you are hyper imprintable. Anything you say to yourself in that state goes deeper than if you're already awake. So by kind of dreaming, you're halfway between dreaming and waking, and you start asking yourself these kinds of questions, it goes deeper. But here's the truth, sweetheart. If you get 5 points a day, in other words, you could get points at night just by looking at what you did, doing a sun salutation, when you get 4 points in the morning for doing the same thing, but a little bit later, that's 9 points. For God's sake, you only need five to have a hell of a day. I
Okay.
mean, you're so far ahead of where you were that it's not even funny. So if you get 1 point, you're on track. Come back to us. We'll help leverage you to two. By the time you get above 5 points in a 24-hour period, you are motoring, especially if you're handling your emotions, you're taking care of your body, at least in minimal form,
Mm-hmm.
and you're remembering what your strategies are. I have to do this, this, and this. What are the three things I need to do so that I can be a good servant to my family, so I can take care of my family? To use all your motivations to be like a mother tiger to protect your family, and understand that the first thing you have to learn to do is protect your time and energy so that you can serve.
Okay.
Whatever you do, the meaning of life: escape suffering, embrace joy, be of service.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're all about service, be careful that you're sharpening your axe every day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. Jade.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm not on camera. I haven't been able to fix myself just right, but thank you for
It's
taking,
okay. We
yes,
love you anyway.
thank you for taking my question. My question is for both you and Tanana Reeve. I'm
Okay,
interested
let's
in
put
how you hear.
Tananarive up here. Oh,
I'm here.
yeah. You're there? Okay, this is probably your
This will be the
last
last
question.
one. I have to start
Yes.
cooking dinner for my dad.
I'll be quick. So I recently, God gave me the blessing of setting me free from a terrible job by getting laid off. It's been great. So I've been
Okay.
able to write, get a lot of writing done. I'm really, I know I shouldn't say it, but I'm kind of happy about it. Now I'm turning
Okay.
to work, so I've got time, and I still am having the second act blues, where like you were talking about Tananarive, where you get into it and your head is like, this is dumb. It's not going to work. Let's do something else. Just throw the whole thing away. And I know, I mean, I deal with it every book. I can look back at readers' comments and try
Who
to.
else has had that? Who else has experienced that? Raise your hands.
I'm
Jade needs to
sure.
know that she ain't alone. We
Okay,
all
thank you.
go through that, sweetheart. Every single one of us. Every book I write, I go through that. Everyone.
Well, I wanted to ask because I noticed what the cowardly thing I do is I just keep polishing all the chapters that came before it.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it ain't always cowardly since that's what I do, but
okay.
it can definitely be a way not to move forward. If you recognize that's what you're doing, good on you.
Okay, but how do you stop it? Like, do you have an internal metric or threshold where you say, get to the end and finish it or else?
Well, this is something that every writer has to discover for themselves. Steve famously does write till the end and then goes back to polish. I famously basically polish almost paragraph by paragraph, page by page.
I do.
And
Yep.
and maybe I might start a writing day by reading over the previous 5 pages and making sure everything is up to standards. But I don't go back, except if I've been away from it for a long time. Like the reformatory, months might go by that I haven't worked on it.
Okay.
So then I would have to go back to the beginning and literally refamiliarize with myself with it, and I would end up polishing it, but not as a way to avoid forward motion. I think that should only be a way to propel forward motion. And that's what polishing does for me. It propels my forward motion. If it's not doing that, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And you're probably right that you're finding a way not to go forward. So I don't know what your process is about outlining, but I just saw a very compelling set of Instagram posts about why it's important to know your ending. And it does so happen that I do know the ending for Misery Swamp, this book I want to work on. And I knew the ending of The Reformatory. That, in fact, the ending drove me. So not only was it like a guiding light, something that felt so powerful and important to me that it was worth all the hassle just to get there, but as the Instagram poster was saying, it eliminates so many branches in the path, so many forks, so many decisions. Like if you've decided you know how it's going to end, and if you have an outline, yeah, it's fine to change the outline. It's even fine to change the ending. But if it feels solid, you've had it vetted, people have read it, it feels like a story, people are like, I can't wait, then that's a sign maybe stick with the way you wanted it to go. And yes, from time to time, a character will surprise you, or you'll, I mean, one of the biggest changes, I remember for The Good House, I never even looked at my outline after I sold it. Uh, because, and there were some things that didn't end up in the book, but obviously they weren't necessary. It's just, it can be a security blanket that you
Mhm.
never look at, or it can be a blueprint, which really, the last book, Maisie Wood, we had written as a spec script. So I had a literal blueprint, scene by scene,
Okay.
of how it was going to unfold. And then I made big changes and big additions, but I always knew where it was going.
Yeah.
And what beats felt exciting, like when we were thinking of it as a movie, how do I make that exciting in novel form? So my
Yep.
advice, if you can hear it buried in all that, is outline it, know your ending, and maybe you need to go on that quota too. You know, maybe you need to go on a page quota.
Okay.
Sweetheart, do you have to take off now?
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Go.
off now.
Okay,
Handle
so
this,
thank you.
honey.
I will handle this.
Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
So
Thank you.
Jade, let me ask you a question, sweetheart.
Okay.
Um, are you published?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. So you already understand how to write. And
Yes.
understanding how to write is not just about understanding plot and character. It's understanding your own psychology. It's
Yeah.
understanding time management, how to keep yourself going. So let me ask you a question. The last time you got into a place where you felt like you had to stop because you were confused or you didn't feel like it was working, you've been there before, right?
Yes.
How did you get through it?
I actually got a developmental editor to give me feedback on the
Okay.
first like 40,000 words, and that helped a lot. But I still kind of like have gotten to a point where I'm like returning back to it and looking at it, and it's like this is great. I don't want to go back to her and say, "Okay, can you look at the next 20?" I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
here's
like,
what you do. Here's what you do. You write a 3-page outline, a 3-page treatment or a 1-page treatment, the shorter the better, of the entire story.
okay,
Now you just ask somebody to look at 3 pages. I
okay,
could boil down Dr. Zhivago into 3 pages if I needed to. That all the basic things are just right there. That you
okay,
just, and you write it out as if you saw a movie last night and you're just based on your story and you're just telling a friend, last night I saw a movie and this is what happened. There was someone who wanted this, and this is what got in their way, and these are the efforts they took, and these are the people that they met, and boom, 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 and just talk your way through it. Let somebody else, and when that represents everything you know about the story, now what's so important in any field is to have friends, is to have other people you can trust to look at what you're doing and say, what do you think of this? And preferably, there are people who've been through the process of writing. Now, over on lifewrite.com, there are a bunch of people over there who are writers. There are a bunch of professional writers over there. If you were to make a request, I need somebody to look at a 3-page treatment of my story, you would have people raising their hands. If you ask that in the chat right now, you would have professional writers or published writers willing to look at 3 pages. You're not asking for a whole day or a weekend. You're asking for them to spend 5 minutes looking at 3 pages and then giving you feedback. And the middle section of your story is always the biggest problem. If you were to
yes,
imagine a bridge traveling between one riverbank and another riverbank, or the Golden Gate Bridge or whatever, those bridges will sag in the middle
hmm,
unless you find a way to prop them up. See, so there's a physics of story, just like there is a physics of building a bridge. This bridge has to carry a certain amount of emotional weight. Readers need to be able to traffic over this bridge on motorcycles and trucks and cars. You don't know where they are in their life. So if you boil it down to 3 pages, 1 page for Act One, the setup, 1 page for the middle section, maybe 2 pages for the middle section, maybe 1 page for your climax. Now you're looking at the physics of your story. This is how it works. It's just a way of looking at it. There's also a way to look at a story as if it's a garden, a plant, a child. Whatever metaphors work, every time you shift metaphors, you will see your story differently. Every
Okay.
time you do that. So write out a condensation of your story in no more than 3, maybe 4 pages, and ask someone to look at it.
Okay.
Do they get it? Do they feel it? If you boil it down right, they will feel it. They will feel what it was you were trying to say. And that stops you from feeling like you have to wait until you've got 400 pages before you can let somebody look at it. You can have somebody look at it today. You could do this today. You could go into chat, ask for a volunteer, exchange email addresses with them, write your 3-page thing, and get feedback by tonight. You understand?
Okay.
All right,
I can
let's
do.
do this. Of course you can. If you
Yes.
couldn't do this, you'd be here. I'm not to every taste. I'm perfectly aware how irritating I can be if people aren't ready to move to that next level. The only people who show up here are people who are ready to move to that next level. I love you guys. I love talking to you because when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself every single time. And I mean, without fail, that I'm writing, I start with enthusiasm, and then it's like I'm circumnavigating the globe. By the
Mhm.
time I get around to the backside of the moon, I can no longer see the sun of my enthusiasm. And all that's left then is faith. It's like, this is crap. This isn't working. It does
Exactly.
it
Yep.
I mean, every single time. I used to call it my ex-wife, who was my first reader and my first fan, and we're still on great terms. And I would say, Tony, do I hit this point every single time I'm writing? And she said, yes, Steve, every single time. I say, thank you, and keep writing. And eventually I'd emerge back into the light. And I say, oh, this is why I was in love with this story. Oh, okay, I've got enough now that I can see what's missing. I've got a rope bridge across the San Francisco Bay. Now let me build cables. Let me build stanchions. Let me put support in it. Let me start pouring the concrete. First, know your story and be sure it works in a shortened form. If it works in a short form, it'll work in a long form.
Thank you. That was brilliant. I
Yo,
appreciate it
thank
very
you,
much.
sweetheart. You were receptive. See, that's what all teachers want is somebody, like my my huge advantage in life, quite frankly, is my ability to put my ego aside, find somebody who can already do it and say, teach me Sifu. That has been my secret the whole time. It's really as simple as that. So you being receptive, now you get to test it, perform an experiment. Don't have faith, run an experiment to see whether or not it works. Then if it works, you have faith. Take care, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You bet. Okay, who is next? Volunteer, or you will be voluntold. Uh, Daniel, okay,
Yes.
put yourself on camera. Yes, there you are. All right,
Hello.
so tell me about your morning ritual because that is a real weakness for you. And then tell us how you're doing.
So in the morning, I just meditate and feel my heartbeat, and I'm sorting out. So I'm happy with it because I do it by free will. I'm not like in a state like I should do my morning ritual. I wake up quite early, and I do it I actually enjoy it, even if it feels uncomfortable.
Okay, and then I know that you have physical practice, so you do a sun salutation or something that is comparable to that to get into your body, right?
At the moment, I don't do physical exercise in the morning ritual because I have so much movement and physical engagement in my daily life.
Okay, but I want you
I
to do it. I
meditation.
want you to do just one. Just seal it. What you do is you have the emotions, you write down the 3 things you're going to do today, and then seal it into your body. It's like the end of an incantation. It's magic. Okay? He's frozen. He's frozen. If he comes back, we will deal with that. But he's frozen right now. All right. Nelina.
I still see you.
Oh, you still see me? Daniel? Okay, well, I will remove that spotlight. If you still see me, that's great. So now, how can I help you? Daniel, how can I help you? Okay, if you can think of how I can help you, write it in chat. We've got to move
Hello?
on. Hello? Yeah, Daniel, if you if you can tell me how I can help you,
Hello?
we can work with that. Otherwise, I've got to move on. Okay, so
Can you hear me?
Daniel's, yes, Nelina.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to get to a different space, a quiet space. Hi. So what's the question?
Hi. Oh, so what can I do to help you?
Well, I need you guys to send me that warrior walk photo. And
Which photo?
it's a photo of a man and a woman because the one I
Oh,
did
okay.
the cover, it only had
It's
the
the
man and it
yeah
was built
it's
in.
Tanana Reeve. You reach out to Tanana Reeve. You got
I did.
her email address. Yeah, and she's in Florida. She'll be back on Monday night, and we'll be able to take care of that business. And we deeply appreciate that. By the way, for all you people, Nelina works with writers to help make them bestsellers, and she has a lot of actual successes. She has real world successes. So if you talk to her, she is not a guy in a diner. She's not a girl in a diner about the question of how you take your art and make it pay. She's got
Yeah.
real answers. They may not be perfect, but they are informed answers. So, is there anything I can do for you, sweetheart?
Yes. Well, we're going to do it together. We need to get on a Zoom because we got to take the warrior walk nationwide. And I have a plan for you to do an ad that's going to reach about 25,000 people over a 2-day period. We've done it before.
Fantastic.
Try.
Fine,
Yeah,
fantastic. So I will. I'll make sure to mention that to Nana Reeve. If you would send her an email, I will
I
talk to
did.
her.
You
And
know I'm on top of it. And I know she's
you
busy. I
are
know
a
you're busy, but I need to
trusted
get
advisor. Yeah,
both of
you
you
are
on
a
a Zoom to
trusted
get your
advisor,
marketing
Nelina.
together.
I accept your mentorship. Teach me, Sifu.
Indeed. Indeed.
You take, and if
Indeed.
there's anything that we can do for you as you, be sure to know that we are resources to you as well.
You all already are because you just did that funny story for me of how you met your wife. And for the rom complications, I'm going to send you the cover. It's amazing. Your story is so hilarious, but also too, I wanted to make sure people knew of the soulmate process. I really want to put you out there, and this is a great way to do it. So I'm grateful to you.
Fantastic.
You're already
Well,
helping me a lot.
I suspect that in 2026 we're going to be talking a lot. Let's uh, let's figure out how to monetize this and how to make it work for everybody, and let's make a lot of money together this year
Sounds like a plan.
and save a lot of hearts. Save a lot of hearts to do
Yes.
well by doing good. You take care, sweetheart.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, who's next? Okay, Daniel, let's give it another shot. So, well, ask your question. You are silent. Unmute yourself. You're having some technical challenge. Okay, go ahead.
Now it should work. I changed to hotspot. Now I should be
Yes,
crystal clear.
that's fine. Okay, so what's your question?
I think my weak point right now is modeling. So you said it's the best thing to model is to find someone who's motivating you or who's like you want to
No,
model.
find somebody who's already accomplished what you want to accomplish. And if you can't find somebody directly, model someone who is as close as possible, or model someone who you believe if this person wanted to do what I want to do, they'd know exactly how to do it because they have succeeded at all these different things. So, in other words, there are people who are just good at succeeding, and you can model those. But the best model is someone, in other words, if you want to make a particular chocolate chip cookie, you find the cookie you want to bake and you talk to the baker. But if you can't find that cookie or that baker, then you get a cookbook about chocolate chip cookies. That works too. And if you can't do that, you talk to a chef who's good at cooking a lot of different things. You don't know if they can cook chocolate chip cookies, and you ask them because they will be able to tell you, this is how I became expert at cooking all these other things. Let's follow that process over here too. So
It can be a
you
dead person, I suppose. So because I had a mentor and he was excellent, but he died with 62, and I don't want to model that one.
Well, no, because no, you can model. There's nothing wrong with modeling him if he was good at the thing you wanted. So he was might not be good at protecting his health, or it might have just been, you know something, death happens. That's not a reason to discount everybody who I model. 90% of the people I model are dead. Okay, so that doesn't discount it. What you're looking for, and you might want to write down to remember everything that they ever told you, everything you can find out about them. And every morning you might ask them so you can get into a meditative state and imagine them sitting in front of you. What would they tell you about what to do today? Every night
Mm.
you might think about them and say, what would they tell me about what I did? And by doing that, you're not as limited by your own sense of limitation. I can't do that. I'm just Daniel, but he could. But what would he say? I mean, you can imagine what Aristotle would say, what Einstein would say. You can imagine that. And curiously enough, if you do it vividly enough, if you read enough biographies about them, enough articles, interviews, you will start being able to talk to yourself and it'll sound the way they talk. And it's amazing. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich talks about how he had a panel of advisors, an internal
Yeah, I
community.
remember.
I've got,
Yes.
yeah, I start with Larry Niven and Steve Muhammad, writing instructor, martial arts instructor. Between the two of them, I know they both love me. They're both masters in their field. And then I can say, oh, who's the third person I want to bring in here to complete the triangle if there's a specific task that is not martial arts or writing, but I want mastery. Masters recognize each other. We feel each other. The vibration of anyone who has achieved expertise at anything is different from the eternal amateur. They look at it differently. So, just trust yourself. What we're giving you here is the general recipe of how to learn how to cook. We don't necessarily have the recipe to cook the specific thing that you want, but once you understand cooking, you can apply it to anything, any
And
specific recipe.
in the morning, setting 3 goals for the day in the morning
Yeah.
ritual.
Just what you're going to do, what are you going to do today that'll help you take just one step towards the mountain, one step up the mountain? You don't have to climb the mountain today. You can't climb the mountain today if it's a big mountain, but you can do today's work. All you have to do to win is to understand what is you and what is not you. What is all you have to do today is the things that are yours to do today. Okay. The rest of the world will wait. All you have to do today is the work that must be done today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Just do today. If you will do that, wake up in the morning, what do I have to do? Do the day you do it with joy. And I would suggest that with your goals, you add, how can I make twice as much money and have fun in the process? You add, and have fun in the process because unless you have total permission, you might succeed, but it hurts so much you never want to do that again. So, but if you had fun in the process, if you figure out how to have fun with it, I mean, what did Mary Poppins say? In every job that's to be done, there is an element of fun. Find the fun and poof, the job's a game. I play all day long when I'm having a good day, and I get a ton of work done because I'm having fun. I know why I'm doing it, and I'm finding a way to entertain myself doing it. If I have a lot of editing to do, I'll be sitting on the couch watching James Bond movies while I go over the manuscript because it's what's called second attention. If I reach a point where I have to write a couple sentences, I'll pause the movie. But one way or the other, you play music while you work, you get up and dance every hour, you do something so that you are touching the kid part of you, which is the part of you that has the creativity. Intelligence is problem solving. Creativity is how you solve problems. So between you and what you want are a series of problems. Okay. You expect it. The obstacle in your path becomes the way. You welcome problems. You say, thank you for the problems. My brother-in-law, my ex-wife Tony's brother, who's just a wonderful guy, when he had a problem, he would say, thank you, God, for giving me another chance to find out who I am. You don't ask for an easy life. You ask for the strength to master your life and look good while you're doing it. Okay? All right, buddy.
Good. Thank you.
You bet. All right. Who's next? Who's next? Because Alexander James Adams.
Okay, here
There,
I am.
there you are. You're not getting away because I think I think you're a genius, and I think that I've seen you touch that space too many times. I want you to live in it. I want you to learn to live in the space of your excellence. So, given that, how many points have you gotten in the last 24 hours?
Let's see. Last 24 hours, 3 this morning and 3 last night, so
Okay.
6.
Okay. Are you doing the physical thing? Are you sealing it into your body?
Um,
Okay.
yes, I was actually laughing because when you advised, I forget which one you were talking to, and you said just do it once
Yeah.
to lock
Yeah.
things in.
Just
I was
once.
laughing because that's what I had to do. So that's why
Yes. See,
I
but they're not what you had to do. That's what you had the privilege of doing. See,
yeah, I
when I was at the edge of death, when I first came back from death, I could barely move. So trust me, it is a privilege to be able to move. And when you give thanks for just being having the time and the energy and the aliveness, I can do a sun salutation. Holy crap, I would have given anything to be able to do that. And you can do that. So do it. Okay. And it's the there's the emotional work. Writing down your goals is halfway between a dream and a reality. Taking the physical step, if that's one of your goals to strengthen your body, then you have already had a win for the day. One rep in 1 minute, you can get a point. You win. Now, what you want is a day where you're building on your wins. It's like, I did this. Cool. Let me do the next thing. Cool. Let me do the next thing. Cool. One moment at a time, one breath, one act, one step, 1 hour, one day at a time. So now, what's your question?
Oh, just I wasn't. I was actually just listening, and everything that everybody's been talking about is pretty much where I am. The only reason I wasn't getting my 5 and 5 at night and morning is because I'm at that funny little place with this whole doing it routinely and ritually that I got to this place where I was accomplishing a whole bunch of stuff. Yesterday was a whole entire day of fix-it appointments where I went and got my car dealt with so that I have a running vehicle to make money. And then I went to the doctors where I went and got a whole bunch of blood tests and everything to try and figure out what's wrong with these and x-rays and everything like that. So I was just busy all day long. And part of the problem was getting the car up at like 9 o'clock in the morning to Everett, which means I've got to get up really early. So that's why I kind of had to cheat and do the sun salutations later because I couldn't do them first thing in the morning because it was like, oh my God, I overslept. I got to go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I get the
So
breathing.
you okay, that's good. And remember that as long as you don't get a zero, you're in the game. Had you been able to do a sun salutation, you are learning to breathe under pressure, which is
Mhm.
the same. You're looking, how do I breathe under pressure here? Because the next time somebody is screaming at you or cheats you or tries to intimidate you, all you have to do is go back to that breathing. And you'll be sitting there watching them spray spit and kind of thinking, you must not be a very happy human being. Hmm. You don't take it personally because
Yeah.
you are in control of your inner world. Okay. And when you do that, you get to see clearly. And when you see clearly, you see both the problems and the potential resources. And you know, all I have to do is what there is to be done today. All I have to do is do what is mine to do. The rest of the world will take care of itself. So, what do you have to do
What do I have to do today or when?
in
um,
life?
oh, in life. Well,
You have to do what is yours to do You
Right.
have to
That
take care of now. So, what do you have to do? I just
uh
told you.
well, I do breathe
No, no, no.
and I what?
I have to take care of what is mine to take care of. I have to take care of today and let yesterday and tomorrow go. So I ask you again, what do you have to do, Alexander?
I have to let yesterday and tomorrow go away. Focus on
And
doing what I do today.
that's right. And you have to do what is yours to do and not worry about the world. Say it.
I have to do what's mine and not worry about the world.
Thank you. And now you need to ask yourself why it's so hard for you to say that.
Um,
I guarantee you that when you interrogate the part of you that would not hear what I was saying, you will know exactly why you blocked it. You don't have to come up with an answer now, and you don't have
no,
to tell me your answer,
yeah,
but you have to know it.
yeah, I'm just looking at it.
Yeah.
Um, mm,
Go away and think about it. I want to deal with somebody else right now, but
yes, sir.
you fascinate me. You're a really interesting person for reasons we both know. Okay, let's see. Ryan, Heidi, Shikasia, Shikasia Coley.
Yep, I'm here. How are you?
How, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. It's good to see everyone.
So, what can I do for you today?
So, I had a recent revelation. I was trying to sort out how come I have not produced any stories, and I've been sitting in this group for a few years now, maybe a couple years, and um, what I came to understand about myself is that I'm probably not as much of a creative writer as I once believed myself to want to be. Um, I think I am a little bit more of an essay writer or an article writer or a blog writer. I have some stories that I would really love to bring out of myself, but I haven't reached that point. So I think I'm coming to a crossroads, and I want to be truthful. So I'm gravitating towards what's actually true for me. I wish that I
Okay,
could develop characters and do all
here's
of.
what I think. Here's what I think, Shikasia. You're letting fear stop you.
You
And
think?
you need to promise to yourself that you're going to write and send out at least one story. You
Okay.
don't get to quit. From my position, I invite you to accept this challenge. You don't get to give up until you've done it once.
So you don't think that
You,
this is like a nexus of truth for me? Like I think,
no, no, I think you're letting fear stop
okay, well,
you. Okay,
I do have one story that
great,
I will work to finish, um,
great.
and I will
Finish
report.
that puppy,
Okay,
and bring it to us so that we can give you feedback on it.
okay,
Then one story, and then you will send it out and either get rejected or accepted. When you can do that, you know you've been through the whole process at least once.
okay,
It's like, don't give up on sex as long as you're a virgin. I mean, at least try it once. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's like get across the line and then you understand what the territory is. Then you can reject it if you want to.
okay. Thank you.
Okay? You
Okay.
betcha.
It's good to see
All right.
you.
Oh, it's so good to see you too. Carrie Johnson.
Yes.
Hello, Carrie. How
Hi.
are you?
All right. This
So
isn't the
what's up with
time.
you today and how can we help you?
I don't think I raised my hand, but I will say
You
that
didn't,
I'm
but I
in
felt your
survival.
call.
I'm in survival mode right now.
Okay, talk to me about it.
So, um, I am in survival mode right now. So I haven't been writing. I've got plenty of stories in my head. Um, but I'm just in survival mode right now, and I'm trying to transition out of survival mode.
Okay, so are you talking about financial emergency?
Well, I have the job, the home health
Okay,
job,
so when you
and
say you're in survival mode, what is threatening your survival?
the job is barely paying my bills. I'm overworked, and I can't, their quota, when I meet their quota, I work 7 days a week to meet the quota. And the quota is just paying me $35 an hour for 40 hours a week. And after taxes, there's $2,000 left. And so I'm still, so it's just doing rent and paying some of the mortgage on my dad's house. And I had an emergency with my car, and that took like extra money. So I'm
Okay.
trying to see if I need to move back east in March or April, and give up
Okay.
this
Your
California
decision,
dream.
sweetheart, your decision about what you do next should be made with the clearest mind and the most courageous heart to be able to see what's necessary. And courage can often be, let me back off this, I'll try it again later. Or it could be, no, I'm going to stick with it. But whatever decision you make, I want you to make it out of power and from being an adult making a decision that you have the right to make. Now, if money is the thing, then understand that I'm always going to recommend that you read Think and Grow Rich. You go over to YouTube, you look up Think and Grow Rich, you'll find condensations of it.
Okay.
But it sounds like you're under stress. And when stress is the specific issue, then what I suggest is that every 3 hours, you do 60 seconds of deep, slow diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. It it prevents the stress from affecting you physiologically, from becoming strained, so you can stay calm. It's like being in the center of in the eye of the storm. The storm is there, but the storm is always there. What you have to do is learn how to stay calm in the midst of the storm. Really important. So in the book Warrior Walk, the course Warrior Walk, we talk about this and other things. A 5-minute ritual in the morning to kind of center yourself, combined with 5 minutes during the day to breathe, will change your life. I want you to go to warrior-walk.com, see what we've got there. And if you can't afford it, we will give you a copy. You reach out to us and say, I can't afford this right now, but I would love to have a copy. Warrior-walk.com. That's right. Of course, we are not shy about making money. We love money, but this is not about making money. This is about serving our community. If you need something we have, you need only to ask and we will give it to you, as long as it's not taking away from our resources. My primary concern is my family, my son, my wife, and then my community. In my community is everyone who sees themselves as being a human being, and specifically Black folks. That anybody who fits into one of those two categories, you got my attention. So I want to see you shine. I want to see you embrace life, escape suffering, embrace joy, and be of service. So your question is, how can you do this job and get a new job that pays you better for less time and have fun in the process?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm doing home health. I love it. I love the patients. I love the drive because I'm in Ventura County. I go out to Santa Paula and everything. But I can't get on top of the paperwork. And every time I try to get on top of the paperwork, they're telling me I need to go out and get some more patients. And then I get more paperwork on top of the paperwork that I wasn't able to get to. So I'm
Yeah,
just,
but your only way out of this is going to be clarity, to write down the challenges you face and formulate a plan. And that plan might be an exit plan. It's like, okay, I don't want this job for more than 6 more weeks or something. But only with clarity will you see where you are and what you need to do. And you can't get that as long as your body is feeding you stress hormones that
oh
tell
yeah,
you, I'm an emergency, I'm an emergency, I'm an emergency. You have to get calm. Even if somebody's throwing a whole bunch of punches at you, the master martial artist has to stay calm enough to see where the openings are. Let me back up a step. He's a little bit out of reach. Let me have time to think. I need to think. In 5 minutes a day, you can get yourself the room you need to think. And we will support you in that all the way. Okay?
okay.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
that's all
It's
that you
good
betcha.
talking to you today.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
good to talk to you too. You are
Thank
welcome here anytime. If you know people who need to be here, just tell them to join to join Lifewrite, to come here on Fridays, to bring their issues, and if what we say helps, bless you. It's just like we're just trying to help. So everybody unmute yourselves and say goodbye to everybody. We've had another week.
Happy Friday.
Bye. Happy Friday,
Happy
love.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Have a
Take care.
wonderful weekend, and may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Take
Namaste.
care.
Namaste.
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 Take care.
Namaste.
Bye bye.